Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. This is the Capital One Orange Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Oregon Ducks. Greenway Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. Kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Fields it just outside the goal line. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
It's a solid game. Moves the ball out to the 28.
Boy, the speed of this back is impressive today for Arkansas. And they've had some big-time backs that have played in Fayetteville. Darren McFadden, one of my favorite players that I ever saw play in the SEC. Felix Jones with speed on the outside. And today, this guy is showing what he can do.
And looking to throw now on first down. The receiver makes the grab. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Taking a deep shot here to the right. He's got it near the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Adjusting now to the defense. To throw, it's Moore. The pocket breaking down. And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he was trying to throw it to.
It's pretty simple. as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the grab and keeps the foot in bounds. That's going to be enough for a first down. Great play. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. A quick throw to the right. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. After the incompletion, second down now from the 35. Back to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's more. They stop him with a 47, but that's enough for a first down. The Ducks pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. First down, looking to throw the football. Tries to get it to the running back. Here's a target, and it's complete. And that play moves the ball across midfield. First down now from the 42.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to pass. It's Moore. Turns it loose downfield. Grab down the middle. It's Hughes. Touchdown, Ducks. A much-needed counterpunch delivered.
Chris, the quarterback looks up, sees a wide-open target. Sometimes those throws are harder than the ones where they're tightly covered. But he makes a nice throw, and it's an easy touchdown for this offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Anthony. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Arkansas offense is back out on the field now. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Running out of time in the pocket. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
They got some ground to make up. Second and long from the 15. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Bringing pressure. And that pass is way off the mark. Not sure who he meant to throw that ball to.
Now, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The pass rush closing in. It's caught inside the red zone, still on his feet. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Now we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
PAT puts them in front by 7. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Back to throw. It's Moore. Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you've got to have to come up with and make a catch.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw to his receiver. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Tackle is made, but it's good for a first down to the 47.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
First down now at the 47. One big play has gotten this offense suddenly near midfield. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Incompletion on first down makes it 2nd and 10 in the 47. Looking to throw yet again. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. The Ducks come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. But to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Signs a good throw. Now play enough for a first down. The offense set up at the 43. The Ducks pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quick completion to the tight end.
That's a good job here staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time to big tight end. That'll bring up a second manageable here for this offense.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. To throw, it's Moore. He fires it down the middle. Wide open downfield. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Hey, the offense does their job of getting points on the board. Score the touchdown, 6 points. All we need is an extra point. Chris, we got a tie game.
And they're able to tackle on the extra point. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the ball. Makes the grab. It's Brown. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. From the shotgun, drops back. Grab near the sticks. It's Anthony. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. So at the end of one, we are dead even as these teams continue their pursuit of a national championship. Let's take a quick look at the game summary so far. We'll see if the rest of this playoff game can live up to a very competitive opening period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. To throw, it's Lindsey. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Another great play by this receiver, and I tell you, the offense coordinator is doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
What a catch! He's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield and you get a call like this.
Looking to throw again. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense. Quarterback making some changes at the line. And looking to throw now on first down. Caught by the receiver. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Offense getting set. It's second down. Dropping back. It's Moore. And the pass is complete to the tight end. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Grab down the middle. It's Moore. And he goes down after a solid gain on the play. That's enough for a first set of downs for this offense.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. And he'll set up to throw. The sure hands. It's Moore. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Direct snap to the back. And they convert on third down, moving the football to the 35.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Deep shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, it's an incompletion here. And I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. To the air, it's Moore. He's running out of time here. Gets rid of it on the move. Sideline route, but he's out of bounds before the first down marker.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense, when you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
Wants to throw it. Throws it to the right. Makes the catch downfield. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. And the Ducks will line up here on 1st down and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
I just love that this defense is not giving up on this 1st and goal. They attacked. They got through. They got penetration. Nice job of being able to keep them out of the end zone.
Gets back to the line, but no closer to the end zone than that. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. So here we go. After a long drive, it's 3rd and goal. Can they punch it in or settle for 3? Looking to throw. It's Moore. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Still no answer for this offense. So with playoff pressure for the offense executes a long, blinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. So early movement from the offense that'll push him back 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Wideouts now clustered. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Oh, he can't connect with the wideout that time. Incomplete. Completion makes it 2nd down. Looking to throw here. Pressure is coming. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk? And looking for a big play here. The ball is picked off. Bites into the open. They finally tackle him, but what a tremendous play. The pick and then that return.
Boy, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their 2nd interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Back to pass. It's Moore. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. The running back here on a direct snap. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. So here we go. Third down. Defense needs a stop here. Trying to force a field goal attempt. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Touchdown, Oregon. This offense cannot be stopped.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's brought down at the 37 after a strong return. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Defense is coming after him. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to get us going in the second half. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Passing game's been on fire. Let's see if the defense has made some changes to begin to slow it down. Close to the tight end. He's wide open, pulls it in. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
First down now at the 47. One big play has gotten this offense suddenly near midfield. He's looking deep here. Pulls it in, outside the 10, he's still running. Touchdown, Ducks. They were not going to catch him that time.
This guy's starting to prove that he is a mismatch for this defense. Second touchdown of the day, and a great job by the coordinator continuing to find unique ways to get this guy on one-on-one opportunities for touchdowns.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Brown. They stop him at the 11, not good field position to start the drive. And the Arkansas offense back out on the field. Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. He lets it go. That's knocked away. Defense makes a nice play. It's incomplete.
Chris, anytime a receiver runs around, he's looking to create separation for the quarterback to give him a nice target. That's always what you're going to see anytime you have a successful route. What we just saw here, complete opposite. They're lucky that ball was just knocked away.
It's an out route. The catch made. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking for a man deep down the left side. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. Here's a serious gamble, folks. Coach going for it, backed up near his own end zone. Trying for a fourth down completion. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going. The Razorbacks will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. The misfire on first down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 33. Looking to chuck it again. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looking to throw. It's Lindsey. Running out of time in the pocket. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do